Checkity check. We have Olivia.
My headphones are small.
Yes, because there was a different head in them last week.
Oh, yeah! Okay, what the fuck? You have such a small head.
It's petite.
I'm slightly offended you didn't return it to its original position.
I was totally thinking when she was in here like fiddling and getting herself comfortable and shit, I was like, Olivia's going to have a fucking nightmare trying to get her shit back in order. Cue Olivia fiddle. Do you know what I found out after we'd recorded? She was like, okay, I'm going to go catch the bus now. I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, I caught the bus here. I caught 2 trains and a bus. I was like, you're fucking joking. I was like, I didn't know you didn't drive. I feel so bad because it was like 10 o'clock at night, freezing cold, and she walked to the bus stop, which was just down the road. But I was like, oh, just waving her off into the darkness. I was like, I hope you don't get murdered.
Poor thing.
I was like, do you want me to walk you? She was like, no.
Yeah, no.
I'm good. It's about to arrive.
Fair question.
How you feeling? You settled?
I'm all right.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think so.
So
I'm
we're
still
back.
not happy about the headphones. I'm joking.
Anyway, we're back to our regular scheduled programming.
Pretty much.
I am your host, Georgia,
And I am the second other host, Olivia.
aka the co-host.
Yes. I like that term. Let's go with that now. Co-host.
Co-host Queen Olivia is back. She did not, in fact, die from COVID. She
No.
did survive.
I'm fine. But can I just say, those are the worst migraines I've ever had in my life.
God. So this is the new strain. Are we talking?
I don't know. I guess so. But honestly, it felt worse than COVID did when I had it last time years ago, which was apparently like the worst one.
Just one of those people that catch everything.
Since I started living with children, yeah. Didn't have a problem with my health.
It's the children's fault.
It is.
Wiping their snot on walls and shit.
Yep.
Did they end up cleaning that up or?
Yeah.
Okay,
and
good.
then the day after, we found another one.
Oh, no.
And one of them admitted to it with a smile on her face. I think she was fucking with us.
As in she did it intentionally the next day.
I think so.
Oh, no.
Let's do life updates, shall we? Go.
Okay. In the past 2 weeks, what have I done? I did my BLS assessment.
Yeah, good.
In person at the offices. And I
Nice.
had to take my 2 children because, of course, it was a motherfucking curriculum day, wasn't it? And I didn't know about it because I'm an unorganised girlie at the best of times. But it's okay. Mr. Smith survived and I slayed the assessment
Great.
with the children in the waiting room,
gonna
eating
say,
all the Mentoses.
Who is Mr. Smith? Oh, yeah, it's the mannequin,
dummy.
obviously.
It's funny because she's like, pretend it's a person and you're the primary carer and you walk in and you find him on the floor, unresponsive.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. She's like,
we
pretend there's
go.
a suction there and also pretend that the defibrillator is working because currently it is not. I was like, okay. And I
Yeah.
like opened up the defib and it was like, change battery.
Oh,
change
really?
battery.
It was working when I
Was
did
it?
mine. So
I think
must
it
have
needs a
failed.
battery change.
Yeah, I think so. Those pads were so gross. I
Yeah,
don't even
I
know how
know.
many months those pads have been
know.
being used for, but like too
Well, they're
long.
training pads.
Oh, of course, but like the hair, mate.
Bits of carpet,
Yeah.
chest hair.
Yeah. The mannequins are so lifelike, guys.
Yeah. When we got to the part where you had to give rescue breaths, I was like, am I mouthing it or do you have an air fever? She's like, usually air fever. I was like,
Yeah,
great.
right.
Perfect. It almost feels foreign, the idea of having to put your mouth on someone's face
Yeah.
these days.
Well, isn't it like advised against now anyway? They just say just do compressions.
Yeah, I think that's the way they're heading.
Because the amount of oxygen you exhale is so small already.
Yeah.
And then the amount that you're putting into someone else,
Yeah.
even tinier. So it's basically pointless.
Yeah.
I believe the guidelines changed to just be like just compressions. You just want to keep the heart muscle going.
We'll have to fact check that. But I also think that there's some evidence that pressing on the chest, obviously the change in size of the chest draws air into the lungs.
It does a little bit. You can hear
Yeah.
it sometimes, yeah. the breath coming out when you
Yeah.
do compressions, because there's always some sort of air reserve in there.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if it's just the dead space of, you know, the air that just sits in your trachea and is the dead space air that doesn't actually
maybe
go into gas exchange.
Yeah,
I'm wondering if it just kind of moves in and out, but like doesn't actually mix with fresh oxygen.
Yeah.
Anyway, what are we doing today?
Today, of course, we are talking about another sick fuck.
Love it.
He's quite a sadistic person.
Okay.
His name is Graeme Stephen Reeves.
Dun,
Have you heard of him
dun.
before?
I have not.
All right, let me just take a sip.
Wet the whistle before the big essay. Have you not heard of that before?
No, I have. It's
Oh,
just a hilarious
old.
expression. Wet the whistle. I like that.
We also have Nelly here, by the way, so if you hear random cavy snorts, that is why.
So here we are, talking about Graeme Stephen Reeves.
Perfect.
Now, I didn't actually recognise the name of this guy until I looked at some photos of him, and I came across his nickname in my reading. So, of course, I realised that I do, in fact, know of this man
Okay, good.
once I saw his nickname, because he committed his crimes here in Australia,
Yeah.
in the state of New South Wales. And
did
I'd
know
seen
that.
him on TV as a child during the time that there was a lot of news coverage around him,
All right.
I remember seeing him.
Okay.
He was nicknamed the Butcher of Bega
Ooh.
after the types of crimes that he committed.
As in
Such
Bega
a fitting
cheese?
name.
Yes.
I'm getting to
God,
that.
I'm scared.
Now, Bega is a small town in the southeast of New South Wales in the Bega Valley.
Yeah.
And its name is derived from the local Aboriginal language Thawa, meaning big camping ground.
Oh,
and the
cool.
region was used by the Yuin Monaro Aboriginal people for thousands of years before white Europeans arrived and stole their land.
Yes.
So it's basically just tons of super green farmland, and it's a very, very beautiful place.
Yep.
And it's actually, of course, as you said, where the very well-known Bega cheese is produced.
Okay.
That's where they have the farms with their cows and they make the cheese in Bega.
Perfect.
And that's why it's called Bega cheese.
Yes, indeed.
Shocking. Now, Graeme Stephen Reeves was a medical doctor, and the crimes that he committed were all against women, as he had conveniently trained in a specialty to become a gynaecologist and obstetrician.
Not another one.
Yeah, they love that, don't they?
Fancy
Sorry,
that.
just adjusting mic. Fucking shit, hold on. One day I will die with a microphone stand like up my fucking ass. It's just, they haunt me, I swear.
Because I'll eventually get over the Olivia fiddle and just kill you with it.
Yeah, like you'll just be so fucking done with me. Okay, that's better. Yeah, that's better. So Reeves was born in 1949. And he graduated with a medical degree from the University of New South Wales, becoming a Fellow of the Royal Australian College of Obstetricians and Gynaecologists in 1983.
Okie doke.
He worked in a number of hospitals in northern Sydney in obstetrics, starting from 1985 at the age of 36 until 1997, and in gynaecology until 2000.
Yep.
These hospitals included St Vincent's Hospital as an intern and the Royal Hospital for Women as a resident medical officer undergoing specialist training. So his licence to practice obstetrics was restricted in 1997, but he was allowed to continue working in gynaecology for another 3 years.
What?
Yeah.
How?
I don't know, man. It all gets really fucked up and
Make
I
it
just have
make
so many
sense.
questions.
Oh, Jesus.
So at the start of his career in 1985, he was appointed as a visiting medical officer, or as we know them as VMOs, in obstetrics and gynaecology at Hornsby Ku-ring-gai Hospital on the 20th of December. Starting in June 1986 and over a 15-year-long period, he had 35 complaints made about him by other doctors, nurses and patients. These complaints included things like bullying other staff, failing to offer adequate pain relief to patients, as well as some nasty things. And I guess I forgot to say this at the start, but there is, a lot of mention of sexual assault and stuff like that. So just don't
Trigger
listen
warning.
to it
Yep.
if it would upset you.
Okay.
So some of the complaints included things like pushing his erect penis up against women during examinations, masturbating patients during examinations, or being extremely and unnecessarily rough with the speculum, causing women to leave his clinic screaming in pain and in tears.
God, that's fucked.
Specifically, one case that stood out to me was a situation that occurred in 1995, in which a complaint was made about Reeves by 2 attending midwives and a paediatric registrar. They reported that Reeves had bullied a patient into delivering a non-viable fetus, had not offered the patient adequate pain relief, and had declined their offers to resuscitate her. Then in May of 1996, a patient of Reeves at the Hills Private Hospital died of septicemia after he refused to prescribe the patient antibiotics to fight the infection, which resulted in the hospital suspending his privileges as a medical officer there.
Rightly so.
Yeah. The hospital also made a note of his aggressive conduct towards staff and patients, and apparently then found out that there had been known similar problems at Hornsby Ku-ring-gai Hospital and another hospital that he had apparently worked at previously called the Sydney Adventist Hospital. So he's had multiple complaints already.
Yeah, and yet
Early
he
on in
stays
his
in the
career.
job for 15 years. Like what? So 30 complaints over 15 years.
35 complaints, yep.
Averaging 2 complaints a year. Like, and
Just
you
over.
don't do anything about that, especially in regards to the sexual assault.
Yeah. Right?
Huh?
Very questionable, isn't it?
More than questionable.
Yeah.
Fucked.
Yeah. On the 1st of September 1996, Graeme Reeves was the obstetrician delivering mother of 2 Margaret Russell's baby. During labour, her baby boy's head became stuck in the birthing canal for 40 minutes. Reeves never suggested a caesarean section, but rather pushed on Margaret's stomach in a bid to force the baby out and yelled at her to shut up, stop fucking screaming, your baby is dead, just push. Yeah. So he's like pushing on her tummy, trying to make the baby come out. No pain relief. Nothing. Yeah.
That's so disgusting.
By January 1997, a hospital advisory committee made an adverse finding about Reeves during an investigation, and a professional standards committee ended up handing down a decision that year in August that placed limits on Reeves' ability to practice obstetrics. That same hospital, which was unidentified, I couldn't find which hospital it was, suspended him from working in their gynaecology clinic on the 14th of December 2000 after midwives refused to work with him, which meant that his position was ultimately never restored.
Period. Stand on business, midwives.
Numerous psychiatric reports that date from 1996 until 2004 report that Reeves had been identified as having narcissistic personality disorder.
No shit.
As they usually do, most of these people.
Yeah.
For some reason, despite the heavy restrictions on his practice, Reeves continued to practice obstetrics in various Greater Southern Area Health Service hospitals in the South Coast region of New South Wales from April 2002 until January 2003, and gynaecology until the termination of his contract in July 2003.
Fucking hell.
So he somehow continued to practice both gynaecology and obstetrics for more than 3 years in multiple different hospitals, despite being banned from practicing obstetrics by a professional medical standards committee.
Yeah, what the fuck? That makes sense.
Again, somehow, Reeves was hired as an obstetrician and gynaecologist by the Greater Southern Area Health Service in April of 2002.
What the fuck?
The application that he submitted for the position only provided partial information about the restrictions he had in place on his registration, and included nothing about the order made by the Professional Standards Committee.
I bet.
However, the health service also did not verify with the medical board that Reeves was allowed to practice in the specialties that he was hired for.
I wonder if that's a thing. Like when you do a new hire, that you do like a background check in terms of like
They
the
background
board.
check our registration. Why don't they background check a doctor's registration? What?
Yeah,
Isn't that
true.
more important almost? My God.
But do they? Like they'll ask for your registration to see if you are registered, but
Yeah.
do they do a check on you?
Surely, because you could just make shit up then.
Yeah, true.
If
I
they're
know
not-
they
if
do
they're
a
not gonna
police check.
Yeah, but that doesn't...
Must be part of it.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Surely. Hopefully.
I don't know.
Hopefully they do.
I don't know. I would think they would check with APRA about your
You would hope so.
record.
You
Because
would hope
anything
so.
that's actually gone wrong that you've done would be
there, for
recorded
sure.
with them, yeah.
You would hope so.
Well, I guess they don't.
They clearly don't. Maybe they do now. Not sure. Anyway, if someone knows, please comment.
The restriction on his practice was revealed during a reference check in April, but not acted on for some reason. So they didn't check, and then they did a reference check and saw that he had a restriction, but then didn't do anything about it and just hired him anyway.
I betcha he had an array of false references, like people advocating on his behalf, probably paid off.
Yeah, maybe.
Or something, or manipulated into doing it.
So this is unbelievable. His hiring was even promoted by local newspapers as being a boon for women, which means something or someone that is very helpful and improves a person's quality of life, like a guide dog. But that is the word that they used specifically for him. Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Back then, I don't know, that was a
word
that was used.
That was used.
It's
Okay.
still a word, obviously, but...
Sounds like a fucking slur.
Yeah, right?
Anyway.
So he's being promoted in the news as the doctor to go to for
Of course
women.
he is. That's another Paolo.
Yeah, to have their obstetric and gynecological needs taken care of.
Yeah, because the hospital wants to toot their own fucking horn.
So, however, by the end of that year, in 2002, a number of complaints and memos were written about the difficult working relationships between Reeves and staff at Pambula Hospital, a 12-bed subacute facility in southern New South Wales with a nurse-led assessment, treatment and care centre for walk-in patients. So this is a very rural and very tiny hospital, of course. So they maybe have, one or two doctors on, maybe?
Yep.
And it's just nurse-led, nurse-run. In November that year, so 2002, discussions that took place between the Medical Board of Australia and the Greater Southern Health Service revealed that Reeves was in fact not allowed to practice as an obstetrician, and the discussion resulted in Pambula Hospital no longer being allowed to provide obstetric services from the 14th of November onwards. I know, right?
Did they fire him?
No. In 2003, there were complaints made that Reeves had provided obstetric services to a patient at Bega Hospital on the 3rd of January, and that GSAHS became aware that Reeves, to the contrary of claims made by him, that he had in fact not applied to the medical board for a review of the restriction on his obstetric practice, which is, of course, what he claimed, when he applied for the job. He said, I've had my review done.
Right.
When, in fact, he hadn't, and he still had the restriction there.
Not surprised.
Yep. On the 10th of January, management at Bega Hospital received further complaints about Reeves's conduct towards other staff. But as they were pursuing his unauthorised practice of obstetrics at the time, these complaints about his conduct were not pursued. Also, we're investigating other complaints about him, so we're just going to ignore these new complaints about him.
Yeah, totally. Makes sense. I can see how they came to that conclusion.
Yeah.
Not.
So despite the complaints about unauthorised obstetric practice at Bega Hospital, GSAHS continued to allow Reeves to practice as a gynaecologist, apparently uncertain as to whether they had the power to suspend him or not.
Oh my God, are you dumb?
On the 18th of February 2003, the medical board ordered that Reeves's ban from obstetric practice continue. And on the 7th of April, the GSAHS notified Reeves of the forthcoming termination of his contract, although Reeves continued to provide gynecological services up to the 11th of July, which was the last day of his contract.
What the fuck?
GSAHS Deputy Director of Medical Services, John Mortimer, was also suspended with full pay in May 2008 for failing to act on the information about Reeves's obstetric ban.
Good.
Yeah. That was revealed in the reference check in April 2002.
Yep.
Finally, in 2004, Reeves had his name and licence struck from the Register of Doctors on the grounds that he had breached the Medical Board's 1997 ban on his practicing of obstetrics and had thus been guilty of gross misconduct.
Period.
Now, let's delve into the particulars of some of the complaints that Reeves received regarding his serious misconduct while employed at GSAHS.
Brace yourselves.
The first public media report was made on the 17th of February 2008 and was broadcasted by the Sunday program on Channel 9. One of Reeves's former patients, Caroline Juicier, alleged that in 2002 Reeves had conducted a sclerotidectomy rather than remove just a small genital lesion, and had informed her that he was going to do so seconds before she went under anaesthesia.
No.
Expert witnesses involved in an earlier civil case surrounding this procedure noted that the procedure Reeves performed on Caroline was old-fashioned and that neither informed consent was given nor was a second opinion sought on her rare diagnosis. So she had a precancerous lesion that she just needed removed on her labia. It was very small.
Yeah.
Caroline is quoted as saying, "I woke up in the ward and I'd lost 1.5 litres of blood. And he said to me, "The fun bits always bleed a lot, but don't worry, you can always have sex." It was later said in court that a nurse who asked, "Why are you taking so much?" and I think that refers to why is he cutting so much away during the procedure, was told her husband's dead, so it doesn't matter.
Yuck.
What the fuck?
So did he take her clitoris?
Yeah, and labia.
Both sides.
Everything. The hood.
What the fuck? Because I didn't
mutilated her.
The surgical term. I don't know what that involved. Wow. He basically circumcised her like they do in fucking third world countries. Religious circumcision. That's barbaric.
Yeah.
Wow. Any consequences in regards to that? God damn.
Don't get too excited.
That poor woman.
I know. So in February 2008, the media started reporting additional complaints made by Reeves's patients, including reporting on the Marilyn Hawkins allegation that he both sexually assaulted her and botched her operation. Marilyn Hawkins was a 52-year-old at the time, a woman living in New South Wales who believed she was just going to Pambula Hospital for a slight bladder repair for bladder leakage in 2002, but woke up to discover that Reeves had performed a major gynecological procedure on her, removing her clitoris and labia without her consent.
Wow.
Yep.
And
so I don't know why he's doing
I was
a
just
bladder
about to
operation.
ask.
I've got no clue how that happened.
Wow. I was like, where's the urologist?
I know, yeah. I've got no clue what
Wow.
happened there. Marilyn Hawkins told Fairfax Radio Network in an interview that I was 100 times worse when I came out of there than when I went in. I wish I'd never ever gone to him. I thought it was me and it's going to take me a while to get over it, to repair, but it just got worse over the next 2 years. I'd wet myself in the street. I had no control over my bladder at all. I cried inside every time that happened until I ended up having a breakdown. He botched my operation. He sewed me up like an old blanket. After multiple visits to other doctors, Marilyn Hawkins decided to take her matter to the Healthcare Complaints Commission. They said they didn't want to be involved, that he was struck off 3 years ago and they just didn't want to be involved in it.
What?
I tried to sue him through these solicitors in Wollongong, who supposedly you don't pay unless you win. But then they wanted $5,000 up front and I didn't have that money, so I couldn't do anything. I want justice done. I didn't want it to happen to any other woman. In my readings, I also discovered that Reeves had gone on trial for the manslaughter of his patient Kerry Ann McAllister in 1996.
What?
Yeah, in which the jury reached a verdict of not guilty. So then he just kept practicing.
Ugh.
And of course, he never declared that either,
Yeah, I bet.
that he went on trial. I mean, he was declared not guilty. Kerry McAllister was 38 years old when she died from septicemia less than a week after giving birth to her third child, after Reeves misdiagnosed the infection as a virus. Many of his patients also needed further surgical procedures such as hysterectomies in order to save or improve their quality of life.
Oh, my God. Disgusting.
The Healthcare Complaints Commission received 24 complaints about Dr. Reeves between 1990 and 1997.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is another group that are getting complaints about him.
And no one's doing anything.
Yeah. Yeah. And I get told that I'm snappy and I get taken into the office and told, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Could patriarchy have something to do with this, do you think? Or hierarchy in any way, shape, form? Like, come again?
Well, he seemed like a really aggressive, awful, nasty person to talk with, so I'm sure he was just very unapproachable.
Yep, intimidating as fuck.
Extremely intimidating and scary, and probably not. Everyone was too scared to just say anything.
It's kind of how they get away with this shit.
Maybe he came across as the type of guy who would, pull a knife out of his lunch bag and suddenly stab everyone in the tea room. Do you know what I mean? Like, that was probably the vibe that people got from him. He was a creep. Sexually sadistic.
But then how could you just stand by and let him maim patients and kill them, essentially? Yeah. Like,
just letting
mandatory
them go.
Reporting, you know?
Yeah, what happened there? Well, I guess they were reporting, though.
Yeah, some people were in the community. Yeah. And hospitals.
And the nurses. A lot of nurses.
Or patients mainly, probably.
Yeah.
And nurses, yeah.
Yeah, they got 24 complaints in 7 years. And he was banned from obstetric work in 1997, yeah? But he wasn't struck off the medical register until 2004.
Ugh.
When he was found to have been working in defiance of the ban.
Yeah, it's like...
Yeah, right?
It's not the fact that you're maiming and killing patients. It's because you've gone against the board's recommendations.
That too, yeah. Well, they literally restricted his license.
Yeah, they should have removed it altogether.
I know.
Anyway.
Yeah, one chance, maybe two, depending on what happens. But like,
Yeah,
seriously.
depending on what the allegations are.
Exactly.
If you've been accused...
And if there's any evidence or not.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
All she has to do is whip out her fucking vagina. Yeah. Evidence right here.
Right.
I was supposed to get a bladder operation.
Yeah, and now my labia's missing.
Yeah.
How does that fucking work? Tell me.
How?
Because I've never seen anyone do something like that, let me just say.
No, thank God.
Yeah, right?
Ugh, like, you can't just say you're going to do it the minute that they go under. That's not informed consent. They haven't been informed about the risks.
Yeah.
They obviously, she wasn't informed about why he was doing that.
No, he just told her, I'm going to take your clitoris to you. She's going to sleep.
Sick.
She's already like going under.
Yeah, that's not
And of course
legal.
I don't know if she'd signed any sort of consent form or anything, but if she had, then he can just change the consent form. He can just change it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why we read it before we put patients under.
Like all of us, multiple times.
And we hold on to the consent.
Yeah.
And we do a check after, usually. Well, we should. Yeah. There's a step 3 to the timeout, and that's the review of what went on, what specimens were taken. Yeah.
So Marilyn Hawkins, this lady, she's one of approximately 500 women who are part of a class action lawsuit against the Medical Board, the Health Department and the Greater Southern Area Health Service.
Nice.
Of course, the New South Wales Health Watchdog was reported in 2008 to be fending off claims that it ignored complaints about the Butcher of Bega. The controversy sparked angry scenes in state parliament after the New South Wales Healthcare Complaints Commission had confirmed that it had received 24 complaints about Reeves since 1990 but took no action in response to any of them. So apparently there were protests in the city about this.
Yep, that's still happening today. With New South Wales health nurses are protesting upon deaf ears.
In 2004, Reeves was deregistered as a medical practitioner by the HCCC, with this being the harshest penalty that they could impose on him. And a spokesperson was quoted as saying that it had been a case of, what more can we do? If you were talking about poor surgery, the maximum thing we could do is investigate it and refer it for disciplinary proceedings. In terms of alleged criminal behaviour, either people can go to the police themselves or they can make a complaint and we can refer that on to the Department of Public Prosecutions. As we can see, these women have been trying to do that shit.
Yeah.
And they've just been denied the entire time. And you're saying, go to the police, make a complaint. They did that and they were told, sorry, we're not going to help you. So they're out of options now, then, aren't they?
Love our legal system.
I know. It's so fucked. There's no real justice ever. So after that, Reeves then became the subject of a class action and at the centre of a police investigation called Strike Force Torella.
Slay.
After countless scores of women came forward with complaints of botched surgery, inappropriate internal examinations and breast examinations and verbal abuse. The Premier of New South Wales at the time, Maurice Iemma, said that Reeves, who he described as a vile creature, would also be investigated by the Special Commission of Inquiry into the state's health service.
Period.
A victims group called the Medical Error Action Group started hosting public meetings and former patient forums in order to let patients know what steps need to be taken in the efforts to secure them fair and just compensation. The group reported that they had complaints relating to 185 separate incidents. By the 26th of February 2008, Reeves, who had been living in Castle Hill, had gone into hiding. Yeah.
The audacity.
In June that year, the Medical Practice Amendment Bill of 2008 obliged doctors in New South Wales to report serious misconduct on the part of their colleagues, specifically intoxication while practicing, sexual abuse while practicing, and large violations of professional standards of care.
Yeah.
Such as not prescribing antibiotics to your septic patients.
Yeah. At that point, nurses should be able to inform someone and say, can you just review this patient and their treatment plan, please?
On the 2nd of May 2008, retired Judge Deirdre O'Connor reported to the New South Wales Health Department that she was satisfied that the changes made to the Health Department's hiring policy since Reeves's appointment at the Southern Area Health Service were sufficient to end the practice of doctors like him much earlier in the future.
Deirdre.
Okay.
What on earth?
Her report contraindicated Health Minister Reba Meagher's claims that the GSAHS had done no background checks on Reeves. The New South Wales state government was then criticised for not releasing the report until the 28th of May in 2008. In February 2008, the New South Wales Department of Health established counselling services for former patients of Reeves in response to the Medical Board stating that as allegations had not been raised at the time of his deregistration and as Reeves was no longer allowed to practice, there was no further capability of the board to make any more sanctions against him.
Hey, we can't do anything because we don't want to, so here's a counsellor.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Yeah,
Good luck.
right? Because that's like the minimum amount of money we're going to spend.
Yeah, and
Probably
that's the
hiring
limited
a couple
amount
of
of fucks
counsellors.
we give.
Yeah. So Strikeforce Torella, interesting name, isn't it? It was established by the New South Wales Police Force on the 27th of February 2008 and comprised of 12 detectives from both the Child Protection Squad and the Sex Crimes Squad.
Period.
And the Far South Coast Local Area Command.
Cool.
By May that year, they were investigating the deaths of 10 babies and 7 women under Reeves's care, with most of the babies classified as stillborn, meaning they did not require a coronial inquiry into their deaths. Even though they were all like traumatic births, you know, he had forced them to birth.
Like they were
these
alive until the birthing
stillborn.
process.
Yeah, no pain relief, no anaesthetic, treating them like
That's
total shit.
questionable in itself.
Of course.
Oh my
Yeah,
God. Jesus Christ.
Yep.
This is hella frustrating.
It gets worse. In May 2008, Reeves made a statement to a special commission of inquiry into the public health system, stating that he had worked illegally at the GSAHS hospitals because he felt his help was badly needed.
Of course you did, you fucking narcissistic prick.
Yeah. He also expressed regret for his actions.
Bullshit.
The commission was headed by Peter Garling, and on the 31st of July 2008, Garling handed down his findings on the Reeves case and concluded that his intentional and calculated dishonesty was the main reason he was employed by the GSAHS, ultimately recommending that the case be referred to the Director of Public Prosecutions.
Oh, for fuck's sake, they're just handballing it all over the place, aren't they?
I love how I said this was going to be 2 parts, but I think
You're
it's
almost
just going
done.
to be one
This
long,
is like your MO every
one
time.
nice part.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. It's fine.
Why
It's
am
good.
I doing this?
It's good if we can put
like,
it in one episode.
Oh,
It's all
wow, I've
good.
actually only got 2 more paragraphs. Shit.
a whole episode for 2
This shit
paragraphs.
was 5 full pages, you know?
Yeah, but it's amazing how quickly you can get through something that
know.
you think is going to be like really long.
I know.
That's all right. Keep going.
I'm shocked. Finishing up, here we are. The most disappointing part of the episode.
Oh God, I'm going. I'm gonna. My Uber's here. Max is here to pick me up. I'm leaving.
So finally, we get to September 2008. The police announced that they were laying 17 criminal charges. I was going to say 27. 17 criminal charges against Reeves.
Wow.
Relating to 10 alleged victims at Bega, Pambula and Richmond hospitals between 2001 and 2003.
Nice.
He was arrested on the morning of the 10th of September and refused bail.
Good.
His legal aid lawyers sought an adjournment of his trial. And in August 2009, he was ordered to stand trial after waiving a committal hearing. They sought an adjournment, I guess, to just have more time to go over evidence. I think it was the case from what I read.
Yep.
Part of his defence was apparently that Reeves was suffering from a major clinical disorder, number 1. Don't know what that means. It's not
Personality
specified
disorder.
anywhere. A personality disorder as well. And impotence.
I'm so
He
sorry.
can't get hard and come, and therefore that's why he did all these crimes.
Oh, so he's an incel.
I guess so.
Involuntarily celibate
There
men.
was no mention of a wife or children.
Yeah. He's involuntarily celibate.
Yeah.
AKA no one will fuck him. So
He was
he then
sadistic
took it
towards
out
women.
on women.
He hated them. I think that's
Yes.
where it came from.
Yes.
And he saw the opportunity to mutilate them.
Yes.
Their genitals, of course, specifically.
Yes, he's impotent and yet he's rubbing a hard cock on people.
Yeah.
That doesn't make
apparently.
sense.
Yeah, right. I guess
yeah.
he just couldn't get laid, could he?
No, that
couldn't.
is the crux of
No
the issue.
woman ever wanted him.
And so he decided to take it out on perfectly healthy vaginas and just decided to maim them because his junk doesn't work. What a
And he
piece
couldn't get
of
pussy.
dirt. He's lower than dirt. He's snail mucin. That's what he is.
So, yeah, they say he was suffering from 3 different things.
Impotence. That is
Yeah.
not a
I
valid
thought that
legal
was
defense.
hilarious.
It's not a valid legal defense. So
Hilarious.
surely no woman in the fucking jury is going to go, oh, yeah, that's a good enough
That
reason
is
to
like
maim a
me
vagina.
saying, well, I can't ovulate, so that's why I maimed all these men's dicks.
Yeah, valid.
What that is the same level.
It is literally
I can't
the
get a
same thing.
boner, so I'm going to mutilate women because
Yeah.
I hate them for it.
Yeah.
Isn't that just that's the level
it's
of like
so
mental
common.
gymnastics? I know.
It's so common because men are
can't
fragile
ovulate.
as fuck. I'm
That's why
sorry.
I named
If
it
you're a
as
man, take heed because you need to work on your fragility because women are suffering for it and they still do.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of femicide in this country is fucked.
Yeah.
Needs to change.
So in December that same year, so what is that, 2009, he was arrested on additional charges to those that were originally laid out. And on the 10th of March in 2011, so it's been a couple of years of going through this court shit, a New South Wales District Court found him guilty of maliciously inflicting grievous bodily harm on Carolyn Duwagener, whose genitals he removed without her consent. On the 1st of July 2011, he was sentenced for 2.5 years for the assault on other patients, together with the financial deception involved in practicing obstetrics in Bega without a registration. So he's charging patients, obviously, claiming that he's a registered practicing surgeon, but he's not, and so he's getting false financial profits out of it.
What are we looking? Oh, that's Ash.
You let Ash outside?
Yeah, they all go out now
Why?
because they like it. Ash is not yet sexually active.
Yeah, no,
I took him to the vet and his balls haven't dropped. We might have to get them surgically removed out of his cavity. So he's right to wander.
Poor guy.
I know. He's
impotent.
He's a fucking incel. And also, he's an asshole to Pretzel. So there you go.
Really? He doesn't like her.
Well, he's
it's
just
because
aggressive
they're
towards
both
her.
Not
D-sex. But she's not out here attacking him.
Yeah.
So there's that.
So he's given charges. He's then given additional charges after he's rearrested, and then he's sentenced to 2.5 years for assault on a few different patients.
Okay. 2
and
years,
financial
wow.
deception. 2.5
Wow.
years.
Not long enough.
Yeah, no. The Director of Public Prosecutions announced an intention to appeal the sentence later that month. So this went to the High Court,
As it should.
Yeah, and as a result of an appeal to the High Court, Reeves was released from jail on the 20th of December 2013 after more than 60 charges in total against him were dropped.
Why were they dropped?
I read something about his declining health and how that may impact his time in jail in the last years of his life.
Who gives
Poor
a fuck?
baby.
How old was he? Was he, 50-ish?
Oh, God. Yeah.
Yeah, late.
Yeah, late 50s.
Who cares about his physical health when he's fucked up
He's
the physical
ruined-
health of
yeah,
so
what the
many
fuck?
people? Why does that even
Why are
come into the
criminals-
fact that he committed these crimes?
Criminals are always protected, aren't they? They have their names protected even,
Not
some
all
of them.
criminals, only white male criminals are protected. Let's get that twisted.
You're right.
Like, the privilege of this man is just sending me, and it's just plain as day. Why would they drop the charges? On what grounds? That someone appealed them? The fuck?
Yeah.
That's what an appeal is for. You have to go due process to figure out whether it's...
And he had public defender lawyers.
Yeah. How?
They did pretty good.
Yeah, clearly.
They got him off it somehow. Maybe impotence is something we should claim if we ever go down for
Yeah,
something.
I'm sure as shit gonna claim it and see what fucking happens. If I ever get done for something, which I won't.
Sorry, I shoplifted, but I'm impotent. That's okay.
My cock doesn't work. I actually don't have one, but still, it's a valid reason to get out of jail. So,
Miss Duwagener, she fought for compensation for all of the victims for over 10 years.
oh, what a queen!
Yeah, this whole group. And she was herself awarded $154,000 in damages. However, Reeves claimed he was bankrupt.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah, so she never got her money.
Oh.
She's now living in England, and she's written a book and published a book about her experience with Reeves and her whole case and experience with the health services here. So she got the fuck out of Australia. She said she couldn't wait to leave.
Oh, that's so sad.
She wanted to move somewhere else where she could just live out her life peacefully and write her books and just not...
Fair enough.
think about it anymore.
I don't blame her.
And she
failed
was
her
probably
miserably.
recognised as well to an extent in such a small area.
Yeah,
Bega,
true.
that town, everyone knows everyone from what I heard because
Yeah.
I used to be friends with a girl who was from there.
Everyone knows exactly what's happened to her private parts too.
Exactly.
So imagine walking around
And
the
that she's
streets
pissing
knowing that.
herself. She's got no bladder control anymore. It's gone.
I'd leave too.
She's incontinent forever. Like, of course, you just want to get the fuck away from there.
Yeah.
Everyone would know. I'm sure she would. She got looks. I mean, she did a lot of interviews about this, and
What a brave woman.
I just can't believe that he was found not guilty of manslaughter after that lady died from sepsis after he refused to prescribe antibiotics.
Yeah.
I mean, prescribe an antibiotic, and the nurses were telling him
I'm sure
needs
he
it.
just didn't want to.
Yeah.
She probably rubbed in the wrong way in one way or another, and he wanted to get back at her probably because he hated women. It's clear. None of his victims were men. He went into gynecology.
Yeah, of course not. Yeah, specifically.
Yeah. So did he serve any time in jail? He did 2 years, or he was just sentenced to 2 years?
No, he did time in jail.
Just not very much.
18-ish months. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, that's him.
Ugh.
Right, he's got the mustache again.
Ugh, he looks horrible.
And the brows.
He just looks like
Look at him.
Ugh.
He looks like a twisted psychopath, which is what he is.
He looks like a mix between Colonel Sanders and the Grinch. That's what he looks like, except not green. He's got Grinch eyebrows
This is a younger him.
and a Colonel Sanders mustache. Oh, that's with him without any
Shaved
facials.
and everything, yeah.
Yeah, no wonder he's an incel. He's unfuckable.
He looks disgusting.
Oh.
He looks like James Packer.
But make it 10 times worse.
No offense, James.
No.
Yeah. But James Packer's fucking ugly.
Yes, he is.
He's so ugly.
He is, but he's rich, so he can get
Yeah,
tail.
the dollars are beautiful.
No offense. Please don't come and kill us now.
But yeah, that's who he reminds me of.
Yeah, he's fugly, inside and out.
He also reminds me of Clive Palmer.
Yes, all of the disgusting men on the planet
Trumpet of Patriots.
smushed together.
Oh.
God, help us all with a vagina.
Well, I guess on that note, we should probably sign off, shouldn't
Yeah.
we?
I'm depressed. I'm so depressed. And he's still out there?
Yeah, he's
Is
still
he alive?
I think so.
Where does he live? What's his postcode and address?
I don't know.
Because I'm going to egg his house. Not really. Joke.
No jokes. We never joke. We never joke on this podcast.
We're
What are you
always
talking about?
100% serious.
Yes.
Yeah, wow. If you're out there and happen to be listening to this podcast because you're a narcissistic psychopath, fuck you. From the depths of my vagina, fuck you. Fuck all the way
And
off
it's
into the
deep.
sun.
It's
deep. It is deep because I get lots of cocks.
You could lose your whole arm in that thing. Like,
Yes, well, like you said, there is an abundance of cocks out there. Cock is abundant,
yes.
and I will indulge in that as I please because I am an independent woman. So sorry you can't get pussy. I can't imagine you getting any more at this stage in your life.
Maybe he got
Yeah.
some dick in jail, though.
Yeah, maybe it's mellowed him out of bed. One can only hope.
No warning at the entry.
Not that we endorse sexual assault on this podcast. We do not. We do not.
I've never laughed. No, of course we don't.
I'm just saying what goes around comes around, and if it happened to happen, I can see the universe working.
Are you saying karma's going to get me?
No, him.
Oh,
The fuck? Oh my God.
you're going to get
Stay with me, Olivia. Thanks for listening to this horrific tale. Follow our Instagram, Nurse Ratchet Podcast, and please send us your nursing nightmare fuels to nurseratchetpodcast@gmail.com. Comment, like, share, follow, recommend this podcast to your friends.
Please feel free to also have a look at my business page on Instagram.
What's that business name again?
Aurea Fine Jewellery, Aurea. I I have got a bunch of new pieces that I'm about to send off to the casting house.
Like,
Feel free to have a look at my Etsy store. I am working on my website. It should be ready very soon. Which
Cool.
I think people prefer a website.
a website, yeah.
Than going through Etsy and all that shit.
Okay, yeah, nice.
So I've got like 3 one-off pieces that are just pieces that I've made one only. So please go and check them out. And if you like it, you will have a piece of jewellery that literally no one else has at all.
Amazing.
Which I think is quite nice.
Definitely. Well, next week I am covering, guess what I'm covering? I'm so excited.
Who?
Not who, it's actually a rescue mission. I want to do.
What?
I want to do.
That's random.
I know, but it involves an anaesthetist.
Okay.
This is the Thai cave rescue.
Good one.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
That
so-
shit was big when we were in school. We were watching it on the news at school.
Yeah, the Tam Lung Nung Cave Rescue. Yes.
Yeah.
So it's going to be amazing.
Thailand?
In Thailand,
Yes.
Myanmar.
Yes. Yes.
So, yeah.
We have a lot of natural disasters, earthquakes and
Yeah.
shit too, hey?
Yeah. And
That
a
fucks everything up.
monsoon season that
Yes.
definitely comes into play in this
And they're already
cave
extremely
rescue.
poor.
Yeah.
And then they get destroyed over and over again, don't
Yeah.
they?
It's rough.
And isn't there war as well and shit happening there?
Not sure
Or
about
was?
that.
Maybe not. Don't quote that. The war in Myanmar. It just sounds really familiar.
Yeah.
But maybe I've made it up.
Maybe. Anyway.
Siri, was there a war in Myanmar at some point? Yes.
Oh my God, my ears just died. I am now deaf. Oh my God, she's about to throw her fucking phone, guys. Siri.
Fuck! I tried yesterday too at home.
Who fucking knows? She just doesn't want to help you in any way,
Siri's
shape,
just gotten
form.
worse and worse over the years.
Yes.
My very first iPhone that had Siri on it never had a problem.
She was available at your every whim.
Yeah.
You know
Not
what you
impressed.
should use? You should use ChatGPT.
Then I have to
It's
go, hey
fucking-
Siri, open ChatGPT. Oh, shut up.
You'll need to unlock your own.
No, I won't. Now she responds. There we go. And I didn't even
She's still
say
not being helpful. She's like, unlock your own
I
phone,
know.
bitch. She hates you.
fucking useless.
She genuinely hates you. Okay. Anyway, on that note, we're leaving because my ears are getting blown out.
Sorry.
Welcome back, Olivia.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my God. Okay,
The
I'll
V
see you next
kicked
week.
In, the monster kicked in and I've become a monster.
Yep.
Bye.
Valid.
See you next week.
See ya.